The walls closed in on Sean "Diddy" Combs in a Los Angeles courtroom today as a leaked audio recording featuring the music mogul in damning conversations with Will Smith, Meek Mill, and prominent pastor T.D. Jakes sent shockwaves through the trial. Witnesses described Combs as visibly shaken, at one point slumping in his seat with his head in his hands as the recording played. This is no longer just a celebrity scandal. It's a full-blown legal earthquake. What began as a civil lawsuit filed by Cassie Ventura against Sean "Diddy" Combs has erupted into a sprawling courtroom drama with potentially devastating consequences for some of entertainment's biggest names. The case took its most explosive turn yet this week when previously sealed audio recordings were played in open court, tapes so graphic that observers reported the entire room fell into stunned silence. While the recordings remain under court seal, multiple sources confirm they feature not just Diddy, but also A-list actor Will Smith and rapper Meek Mill in conversations that could shatter their carefully maintained public images. The revelation marks a dramatic escalation from the initial hotel surveillance footage that first made headlines. Where that silent video showed ambiguous physical altercations, these audio recordings, described by one courtroom insider as disturbing beyond what anyone imagined, allegedly capture explicit discussions about activities that could have serious legal implications. Legal analysts note the tape's emergence fundamentally changes the nature of the trial. "We've moved far beyond Cassie's original allegations," says criminal attorney Mark Geragos. "When you have multiple high-profile figures implicated in court-admissible evidence, this becomes a potential RICO situation. The fallout has been immediate and chaotic. Social media erupted with #Diddy tapes, trending worldwide as users dissected years of public interactions between Combs and Smith, including their much-photographed embrace at the 2020 Oscars, which now takes on new context. Meek Mill's past denials about his relationship with Combs are being scrutinized after courtroom reports suggested his voice appears prominently on the tapes. Perhaps most damaging are reports that the recordings capture Combs allegedly discussing illegal activities with his celebrity associates. One source claims a particularly chilling segment involves laughter during discussion of an incident that matches Cassie's abuse allegations. The court has imposed a strict gag order, but the damage may already be done. Industry insiders report panic in multiple celebrity camps, with publicists working overtime to distance their clients from Combs. Meanwhile, legal experts warn these tapes could open floodgates. If federal prosecutors obtain them, they might pursue charges that could bring down entertainment industry power players. As the judge called a recess, one question hung heavy in the air. In an industry built on secrets and silence, how many more bombshells are waiting to explode? With the trial resuming Monday and rumors of more witnesses coming forward, this story is far from over. And the consequences may reshape Hollywood's power structure forever. The Sean "Diddy" Combs sexual assault trial took a dark turn today as a key witness delivered chilling testimony alleging kidnapping, death threats, and mafia-style intimidation tactics employed by the music mogul and his associates. In dramatic courtroom scenes, the witness, identified only as Ms. Clark under protective order, detailed being forcibly taken from her apartment by Combs and a bodyguard in what she described as a retaliatory mission targeting rapper Kid Cudi. According to her sworn testimony, the 2011 incident occurred when Cudi was dating Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, with Clark claiming Combs threatened to kill Ventura unless she convinced Cudi not to report Combs' alleged involvement in a break-in at the rapper's home. But the most disturbing revelations involved what Clark characterized as Combs' enforcement squad. She described being subjected to multiple lie detector tests administered by a large man who allegedly told her, "If you flunk this test, they're going to throw you in the East River." The tests, she testified, were conducted under duress to investigate missing jewelry Combs had loaned her, a scenario legal experts say bears hallmarks of organized crime intimidation tactics. This goes beyond celebrity misbehavior. We're hearing allegations of what could constitute felony kidnapping, witness tampering, and criminal threats, said former NYPD prosecutor Lecia Brooks. The East River comment alone suggests either actual violent capability or terroristic threats, both of which are serious crimes. The testimony provides corroboration for Cassie Ventura's earlier allegations about Combs's controlling behavior, while painting an even more sinister picture of his inner circle's operations. Of particular concern to legal observers is Clark's claim that these alleged incidents were reported to authorities at the time but never properly investigated. A claim that could prompt scrutiny of the NYPD's handling of complaints involving high-profile figures. Combs's legal team aggressively challenged Clark's credibility during cross-examination, pointing to inconsistencies in her timeline and lack of physical evidence. However, the defense struggled to explain away multiple witnesses who have now corroborated elements of her story, including former Combs associates who testified about his volatile temper and paranoid security measures. As court adjourned for the day, the prosecution hinted at more bombshell testimony to come, with at least 3 additional witnesses prepared to describe similar alleged intimidation tactics. With the trial now entering its 3rd week and national media attention intensifying, what began as a civil suit threatens to expose what victims' attorneys call a decades-long pattern of criminal behavior protected by fame and fortune. The most damning moment in Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing civil trial came not from testimony or evidence, but from the shattered expressions of his own children. Witnesses describe a chilling scene Tuesday as Combs' daughters, 16-year-old Chance and 27-year-old twins Delilah and Jesse, abruptly exited the Manhattan courtroom moments after an incendiary audio recording was played, their ashen faces and trembling silence speaking louder than any testimony could. Court observers report the Combs sisters appeared physically shaken as they rushed past media cameras with uncharacteristic haste, their usual poised public personas replaced by visible distress. The timing proved particularly telling. Their departure came immediately after prosecutors played a recording described by one juror as the kind of audio that haunts you. While the tape's contents remain sealed, legal analysts speculate it may contain either direct admissions from Combs or evidence corroborating Cassie Ventura's allegations of abuse and coercion. Their reaction was the most authentic moment we've seen in this trial, noted celebrity crisis manager Liza Anderson. No PR training prepares you for hearing your father implicated in something this dark. That walk out was raw, human devastation. The incident marks a dramatic shift in a case that has increasingly ensnared Combs's family. Just last week, the music mogul's son, Justin Combs, was spotted entering the courthouse, though it remains unclear whether he testified or was present for Tuesday's proceedings. The daughter's visible distress raises troubling questions about what exactly the audio contains and whether it implicates other members of Combs's inner circle. Legal experts suggest the recording could represent a turning point in the trial. When family members react this viscerally, it often means they've heard something that contradicts their private assurances, explained former federal prosecutor Niyama Rahmani. This goes beyond legal strategy. We're seeing the human collateral damage. As the Combs women disappeared into a waiting SUV without addressing reporters, the courtroom remained heavy with unspoken implications. Their silent exit may ultimately prove more damaging than any statement, a wordless confirmation that for the Combs dynasty, the walls are closing in. With the trial expected to stretch through summer and rumors of more explosive evidence to come, one thing became clear Tuesday. Not even billions or celebrity status can shield a family from the truth. The Sean Diddy Combs civil trial took an unexpected turn into A-list celebrity territory Thursday, when Will Smith's voice was allegedly identified in damning court-admitted audio recordings, sending shockwaves through Hollywood and triggering an internet investigation into the Oscar winner's long-obscured ties to the embattled music mogul. Multiple courtroom sources confirmed Smith's name surfaced during playback of evidentiary recordings described as containing compromising conversations about activities central to Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. While transcripts remained sealed under judges' orders, the mere mention of the Fresh Prince star's involvement prompted an immediate digital frenzy, with number sign Will and Diddy trending worldwide within minutes. Social media detectives began exhuming years of red carpet interactions between the two power players, including their much-photographed embrace at the 2020 Oscars, while comedy podcaster Lumiere Jones resurfaced his controversial 2018 monologue joking about Smith and Combs' private understanding. Most damningly, singer Jaguar Wright's past claims about the duo's relationship gained new traction, with her 2022 interview stating, "Everybody in the industry knows what really goes on at those mansion parties," racking up 2 million new views by press time. This isn't tabloid speculation anymore, noted entertainment lawyer David Shane. When a celebrity's voice appears in evidentiary recordings for a federal case, we've crossed into territory where public denials may carry legal consequences. Smith's representatives issued a terse no comment when reached by publication, a stark contrast to his previous categorical denials of any close association with Combs. The non-response fueled further scrutiny of unearthed footage showing Smith attending multiple Diddy-hosted white parties in the 2010s, including one where cameras caught the actor whispering intently to Combs in a secluded corner. Legal analysts suggest Smith may now face uncomfortable questions about whether he'll be called to testify. If that audio contains what sources are hinting, prosecutors will want to know exactly what Smith witnessed or participated in, said former LAPD investigator Tracy McCarter. As the internet dissects every frame of the Smith-Combs relationship with fresh eyes, one uncomfortable truth emerges. In an industry built on carefully curated images, courtroom microphones don't lie. And with the trial expected to last months, more celebrity dominoes may yet fall. The controversy surrounding Will Smith's connections to Sean Diddy Combs has taken an even more sensational turn after explosive claims from the actor's former personal assistant and self-described brother Bilal Najjar surfaced late Wednesday night. In a tell-all interview that has since gone viral, Najjar alleges he personally witnessed Smith engaged in an intimate moment with actor Dwayne Martin during his tenure working for the Oscar winner in the early 2000s. The claims, first reported by celebrity news outlet The Blast, described Najjar walking in on what he characterized as a compromising situation between Smith and Martin, the actor best known for his roles in All of Us and Real Husbands of Hollywood. "It wasn't just some rumor I heard," Najjar insisted in the interview. "I saw it with my own eyes. And everyone in Will's inner circle knew." The timing proves particularly damaging for Smith, coming just days after his name surfaced in connection with sealed audio evidence in the Diddy sexual assault trial. Social media immediately connected Najjar's claims to comedian Luenell's infamous 2018 joke about Smith's secret life, and Jaguar Wright's recent comments about Hollywood's open secrets. Smith's legal team moved quickly to discredit Najjar, issuing a statement calling him a disgruntled former employee who was terminated for cause in 2003. However, their response notably avoided directly denying the specific allegations about Martin, an omission that has fueled further speculation. Entertainment industry insiders suggest the claims, whether verified or not, may permanently alter Smith's carefully cultivated family man image. This goes beyond the slap incident, noted crisis PR specialist Mark Brabowski. We're now seeing multiple credible sources pointing to behavior completely at odds with his public persona. Martin has yet to comment on the allegations, though sources close to the actor say he's considering legal action against Najjar. Meanwhile, the internet has gone into overdrive, with number Will and Dwayne trending worldwide as users dissect years of red carpet interactions between the two actors. As the Smith camp scrambles to contain the fallout, one troubling question lingers. In an industry where secrets are currency, how many more damaging revelations might emerge in the wake of the Diddy trial? With federal investigators reportedly reviewing the audio evidence that first connected Smith to Combs, this scandal may just be getting started. The former assistant's confidence appears rooted in what he describes as multiple witnesses to Smith and Martin's alleged relationship. There were bodyguards, house managers, whole teams of people who saw what I saw, Najjar claimed, directly challenging Smith's legal team to take action. Jada, Pinkett Smith knows. The kids know. That's why their lawyers stay quiet. Smith's representatives declined publication's request for comment, maintaining their initial statement dismissing Najjar as a disgruntled ex-employee. However, their continued avoidance of directly denying the specific Martin allegations has become a focal point for skeptics. Crisis management experts say the legal silence speaks volumes. In high-profile cases like this, lawyers usually flood the zone with denials, explained PR strategist Evan Neerman. That we're not seeing aggressive legal pushback suggests they're terrified of discovery or depositions that might confirm even worse truths. Meanwhile, internet sleuths have uncovered a 2003 People magazine photo showing Smith and Martin vacationing together in Hawaii with their families. An image now being scrutinized for body language clues. Comedian Luenell's recent Instagram post, "Told y'all in 2018 but they canceled me for it," has garnered over 500,000 likes, reflecting growing public belief in Najjar's claims. As the scandal enters its second week with no defamation filings from Team Smith, legal analysts suggest the window for credible denial may be closing. "Every day they don't sue," Bloom observed, makes Najjar's story look more credible to the public and potentially to investigators. With the Diddy trial continuing to spill secrets and federal authorities reportedly examining financial transactions between the music mogul and several A-list actors, Hollywood braces for what might be revealed next in an industry where, as Najjar put it, the truth always comes out. It just takes time. The controversy surrounding Will Smith's personal relationships took another dramatic turn today as veteran music executive Lionel Big L. Johnson became the second industry figure to corroborate claims about the actor's alleged intimate connection with longtime friend Dwayne Martin. In an exclusive interview with publication, Johnson stated point blank, What Bilal said tracks 100% with what I've known for years about Will and Dwayne's relationship. Johnson, whose 30-year career includes managing A-list talent and producing high-profile industry events, claims to have witnessed unusually close behavior between Smith and Martin at multiple private gatherings in the early 2000s. This wasn't some secret, Johnson asserted. People in their circle knew. The real question is why it's only coming out now. Years of whispered jokes and fan theories about Meek Mill's relationship with Sean Diddy Combs have taken on ominous new significance as federal investigators scrutinize their connection in light of explosive courtroom revelations. What was once dismissed as internet gossip has transformed into a serious line of inquiry, with newly resurfaced videos and social media posts painting a disturbing pattern that aligns with testimony in Combs' ongoing sex trafficking trial. The most damning footage shows Meek's 2017 birthday celebration at Diddy's Miami mansion. A poolside bacchanal featuring shirtless male models chanting "Happy Birthday, Daddy" as a smirking Combs films the proceedings. Another viral clip captures an visibly uncomfortable Meek at a 2019 party where Combs whispers in his ear while bystanders laugh suggestively. These moments, once viewed as harmless industry antics, now carry troubling implications following claims in court documents about Combs' alleged use of parties to groom and control artists. People joked about Puffy Jr. for years, but the humor's gone now, said hip-hop journalist David Dennis Jr. When you rewatch these videos knowing what we know today about Diddy's alleged operations, Meek's discomfort reads completely differently. This wasn't mentorship, it looks like coercion. The scrutiny intensified after last week's testimony from a former Bad Boy Records employee who claimed Combs maintained inappropriate control over certain artists' personal lives. While not naming Meek directly, the description matched numerous verified accounts of Combs micromanaging the rapper's relationships, business deals, and even wardrobe choices during their close association from 2015 to 2019. Legal experts note these resurfaced materials could have serious implications. If prosecutors can demonstrate Meek was present during any illegal activities, he may face subpoena regardless of his participation level, warned former federal prosecutor Niyama Ramani. That birthday video alone shows him in an environment central to the allegations. Meek's representatives have not responded to multiple requests for comment, though sources close to the rapper say he's furious about the renewed attention. His recent Instagram post, "Stop digging up old shit to fit y'all narratives," only fueled further speculation, amassing 200,000 comments dissecting every word choice. As investigators continue piecing together Combs' alleged enterprise, one uncomfortable truth emerges. In the digital age, the past never dies. It just waits for context to catch up. With the trial expected to last through summer and more witnesses coming forward, what was once dismissed as conspiracy theory may soon become courtroom evidence. The most damning evidence in Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial has never been heard by the public, and that silence is speaking volumes. While the internet erupted over Meek Mill's defensive "I'm not fruity" tweets and resurfaced videos of his awkward encounters with Combs, legal insiders confirmed the real bombshell remains locked away. An audio recording so disturbing that courtroom observers reportedly recoiled when it played. Multiple sources describe segments where a voice identified as Combs can allegedly be heard laughing while sounds of someone in distress play in the background, a claim that has law enforcement circling and Hollywood's elite holding their breath. The fact this hasn't leaked tells you how powerful the people involved are. said a former federal prosecutor familiar with the case, speaking on condition of anonymity. This isn't just about protecting Diddy. There are names on those tapes that could detonate entire industries. The secrecy has fueled rampant speculation, with trial observers noting prominent figures like T.D. Jakes, who has faced years of unsubstantiated rumors about his relationship with Combs, abruptly canceling public appearances as the audio was played in court. Entertainment lawyer Dawn Florio suggests the suppression serves multiple agendas. Some victims may want privacy, but let's be real, this is about damage control for powerful men. That audio isn't sealed to protect the vulnerable, it's sealed to protect the untouchable. Her theory gains credence from leaked defense team emails, obtained by publication, showing attorneys scrambling to contain collateral exposure among what they term peripheral participants. The implications stretch far beyond hip-hop. Industry analysts point to Combs' documented connections with Silicon Valley billionaires, sports team owners, and political figures, relationships now being re-examined through a darker lens. If the feds have evidence connecting any of these people to criminal activity, we're looking at a domino effect that could reshape power structures, warned crisis management expert Evan Neerman. As the trial enters its most sensitive phase, one question paralyzes Hollywood: who's next? With names like Jakes being openly discussed and Gene Deal, Combs' former head of security, promising the whole truth is coming, the entertainment industry faces its number Me Too reckoning for powerful men, the only certainty. In the digital age, no vault stays sealed forever. When this one cracks, the aftershocks may rewrite history. If the news coming out of the courtroom is anything to go by, the web of Diddy's deceit and cruelty was gigantic to begin with, and what's unraveling now may only be the outer threads. What started as Cassie Ventura's singular, painful account of abuse and control has rapidly grown into a sprawling network of allegations, witness testimonies, and audio evidence that seems to implicate far more than just the man once known as a music mogul. The latest court developments point not only to patterns of manipulation and intimidation, but also to a long-running system designed to silence, isolate, and allegedly exploit those closest to Diddy. Prosecutors have now introduced layers of testimonies that paint a picture far darker than anyone anticipated, detailing forced confinements, coerced travel, threats involving public figures, and an inner circle trained to protect Diddy's interests at all costs. One witness described a man being subjected to repeated lie detector tests over missing jewelry, administered by someone described as intimidating, massive, and unrelenting, while another told the jury about women being forcibly transported to parties where phones were confiscated and no was not an option. These aren't isolated incidents, according to those speaking out. They're part of a larger structure, one involving not just Diddy, but a rotating cast of celebrities, security contractors, and even spiritual figures whose roles remain unclear but eerily consistent. It's not just about the parties or the headlines. It's about a controlled environment where fear replaced freedom and power went unchecked for years.